This is Adam from Alaska Cut the Cord and day 396 on the shed rebuild here. We've got the walls insulated except for up there. There's a few things I got to do, and today I'm going to put down the wood and we're going to do a wainscoting on the inside of the shed. I happen to have the tin. Again, I got it for nothing, so I might as well use it. It saves on how much OSB I'll have to buy for the walls. So yeah, let's get started.
Come join us out here. Whoop whoop.
Well, there it is. That step is done. Way to go.
Is this a measure once and cut 5 times?
I think that's what I'm doing today.
No? Huh. Gotta keep your measuring skills on point.
Phyllis.
What?
Measure twice, cut 3 times. Perfect the first time, every time.
This is your 3rd time though, right?
Phyllis.
What?
Not being helpful.
No. I know. It's not what I'm here for.
These doors were awful. They were like off or something, or the building is off. And I didn't want them to open inside because even if I fit something in here, then I couldn't open the doors. So what we did, we cut them out. We flipped them around so they open to the outside, like so. And yeah, now we can bring something in and close the doors behind. Well, it is crazy weather out here today in Alaska. Started with rain, now it's snowing. Guess I'd take the snow over the rain. We've had quite enough of that this year. But yeah, this is, I promised you a part 2 of the shed, and I finally got it. Probably still a work ongoing, as it always is, but here's the outside. You can see I put a light up over the sign, the window over there, and the back. The only thing I did, and I got a little bit of a mess here, but I do have a solar panel up there. Kind of cool, huh? Let's go inside. Well, here we are. The tracks on the floor have been just awesome. These work so good. Can't believe how much traction you actually get off of those. But I converted the little bar to a workstation. Got a metal top and a vise on it now. Works good. There is the oil drip stove feeding up through a Kenworth stack. Pretty cool. One note on that. It is pretty cool, but I don't know, it doesn't heat as well as I thought it would. You might have noticed outside there's a couple of fire extinguishers and a tank sitting there. Yeah, I think we're going to change how we heat this place. But for the time being, it works. The lighting. Lighting is all LED, 12 volt system. Got another one there. Plus these 3 bigger ones, we can turn them on and off. We got a button on them. Works pretty good. It's pretty good lighting, actually. It runs from a 12 volt AGM battery, which I also have if there was sun out. I have the solar that I hook up to it, and the solar actually keeps it charged. In case it's not fully charged, I do have a battery charger up here that I can run off the generator. But yeah, this is the outside light there, and it shows battery voltage. It's got 12 volt out in one of these sockets, and then It's got USB sockets there for charging a phone or something. But yeah, works pretty simple, pretty good. So yeah, I don't think we actually got video of doing the ceiling, but that's all steel. So we've got a window here, but all right, got a couple of shelves up and we're ready to go on to our first project. This is one that we're a little late on, so let's get it done.
How's it going?
Well, the locking differential definitely. The locking differential makes a difference.
Yeah?
But try to get it to the shed. It makes it so you can't steer too.
Oh.
Well, here we are. This is our first project in the newly finished shed, and we're already late. We've already got 10 inches of snow here. The plan was to have this done about a month ago. That didn't happen, and now we just drove it through 10 inches of snow. So what we have to do is first thaw it out, then figure out how the lawnmower deck comes off, and then put the front hitch back on it and the snowblower. I'm also going to service the lawnmower, make sure it's ready to go, see about that little antifreeze leak, and this is going to be pretty cool. We bought this used as a whole package. It came with the lawnmower, the snowblower, the deck, a blade, the front hitch. The rear has the 3-point on it, and it already has 200 pounds of weight on it. It's pretty unique to me in that it's got a differential lock, which is really cool. That's this button right here. So that actually locks both wheels in the back at the same time. There's no way I would have driven up here if it was a one-wheel wonder. We'd have had to push it in or pull it in, something like that. So yeah, pretty excited. Should be a little bit better than walking behind a snowblower like we did last year for a long time. And it's only November 3rd, I think, and we've already got 10 inches of snow. So this might be a long winter, hard to say. But yeah, let's get after it. Well, here's the old lawnmower, probably a 1990 something. What we're gonna do is start by cleaning up the paint. You can see I've got a start here. I've got it about halfway done. So I'm gonna start by cleaning up the paint, getting any of the debris off it, so I can really assess what I've got to do. I know I've got to put a battery in it, change fluids and stuff. So what I use on this is I just use some new finish on this part to kind of clean that up and get the junk off of it, and then I hit it with a Mother's Cleaner wax. So let's get started, see how it looks. So I've got the side panels here. Hopefully that shows up okay. As you can see, the one on the right I repainted this is a steel mesh in here. I repainted that and cleaned it up. Quite a difference. So yeah, we'll do that to this other side now. Other than that, I've got it polished up as good as this old girl's gonna polish. One important thing that I found here is the radiator down in here. It was really plugged up. So first thing you do, you just pull out this screen right here, and then you can see how plugged up it was. Really careful how I clean that out, that you don't touch the fins. You just wanna blow it out or brush it out with a soft brush if you can. Otherwise you're gonna bend over the fins and then it doesn't cool at all. So yeah, let's get this other side done, and then we're gonna pull the lawnmower deck out. We've got the lawnmower cleaned up for the most part. It's looking good. I got the lawnmower deck out from underneath of it. Now we have to do our actual service of it. The first thing we're gonna start with here is this battery. Oofda, she is really, you see the corrosion in here? That cable's gonna have to get cut back and get a new end on it. I can feel that it's got fretting in it all the way back to here. This one, just an old sheet metal screw in there. And then on the side of the battery, I don't know if you can see this guy, but it is actually 515. Well, I took the one side off easy enough, but this other side, I can't even tell where the screw is, so I'm just going to make life easier, and I'm going to cut it off right here, and I'll put a new end on it. So let's get this done. I ended up having to take 2 or 3 inches off of this cable to get away from, see if I can show you, the green fretting and stuff in there. So what I'm going to do is make a new one, and the way I do it is I take my fitting right there, and I'm going to set that up. And then I've got rosin core solder right here. I'm going to fill this up pretty much with solder. I already stripped this one back, and I strip it back a little bit shallow. I test fit it. So that way when this is good and hot here, it actually melts this right to the copper, and it makes a really good seal. I'll set up the camera here, not sure if I'll get the shot, but we could try. If the camera will stay. Let's set this up. And there we go. We've got a soldered connection on there, nice as could be. It's sealed on the back side, and it's shouldn't be a corrosion issue again in the future. Let's get the battery in. Here is the finished project. I've got new battery terminals on there, and I put like a bungee cord on there too. I don't know, I don't quite understand that battery hold down system, but it doesn't work. I also put a new light bulb in here. That was dead, so we got 2 new light bulbs ready to go. Now we're going to change the oil and the antifreeze, which should be pretty straightforward. So we'll get that done. I have removed the oil filter here, and behind the oil filter it was just nasty. It had years of grime and stuff on it. So what I'm going to be putting back in here is Mobile 1 5W20. especially for the cold weather. That should be good. I have a new John Deere filter right here that I'm going to put on it, and I'm going to pre-fill that filter. I'm going to change the filter. I'm going to let the oil drain out for a little while, and then I'm going to change this fuel filter too. You can see right here is your fuel filter, and I'm going to put a new one. It doesn't look bad, it's just kind of cloudy and dirty. So as part of my service, I'm going to change that as well.